Your plan was to let the Ferrari get hope and then take the Ferrari. Looks like there is no formation lap. And lights out and away we go. No formation lap somehow. And Matt is still on provisional. We got him. Okay, I don't know what just happened. That really surprised me. A lot of contact. Half of the grid, almost everybody on the grid besides Matt and Damien have crashed. Matt still P1, but Damien right behind him. Clay behind them. Either way, Damien has passed Matt. Matt down to P2. Clay all the way up to P3. Polar to P4. Deke to P5. Nugs to P6. It looks like Unreal, because he's been disconnected, is all the way dead last. Besides, there's a Haas way in the back. Matt right behind. Thought about an overtake. Thought about a dive bomb. Realized it's probably not the smartest decision quite yet. The question is here, do you play DRS games? Do you try to make an overtake into turn 1? Do you let them slide and make an overtake on the long straight to guarantee you P1 for the rest of the lap? That's what I would do. And Matt locks up, does something weird, almost hits a wall because of it. Is definitely not making an overtake into turn 1. He can stay close enough to Damien. He could possibly make an overtake. Polar, though, still 5 seconds away. Under pressure now from Clay, who's under pressure by Nugs. Nugs, though, does have wing damage, though, so he has to manage his race pace. Either way, Unreal, literally right on the back of the Aston Martin driver, makes an overtake and makes it stick. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, the Aston Martin comes right back on the inside, going wheel to wheel. The V-Carb makes it possible, and actually almost makes it look too easy. Either way, Damien got passed somehow by Matt, and Matt's 4 seconds ahead. Damien made another mistake, spun out. Polar has caught up to Damien because of it, and now Matt is leading the Grand Prix by almost 4 seconds. It looks like he's kept his front nose clean. His only goal of catching these drivers, he needs to stay away from any damages or any penalties. Goes on the outside, thinks about an inside overtake, does make an inside overtake, maybe, possibly. No contact whatsoever, makes a clean overtake, and up to P5 the V-Car driver goes. Clay loses out. It has more speed, though, than the V-Car driver. Doesn't make any weird, unnecessary risks. And Clay up to P5, about to might make an overtake into P4. Has DRS. The Red Bull does not have DRS. But Clay slips out, loses his entire rear, almost hits the left wall, almost hits the right wall, drops all the way back down to P6. I don't know why. I don't know if he clipped the grass or what. I switched my POV right before. But either way, goes all the way down to P6. It looks like Damien was catching, was 4 seconds, then 3.2, but now 3.6. Was catching, now starting to slow down. Matt still in P1. Nugs still the normal 4 seconds, but Unreal now made an overtake on Clay when we were not paying attention. Can he possibly make an overtake on Nugs? And Nugs goes really wide. It makes an easy overtake. Nugs doesn't even fight for it. Clay right behind Nugs, can't make an overtake as well. Now Nugs right behind Clay, and right behind Caleb. And Caleb from P11 all the way to P4 in about 7 laps. It looks like Nugs, though, will try to fancy an overtake. Goes on the outside, does not make it stick. Goes on the inside, thinks about kind of dive on, locks his tires up. Cannot make it happen. He almost goes on the outside, right back. Oh, I thought he was going to hit him when he locked up. I heard that his rear tires lock up, and I was like, oh. But never mind. Keep in mind, though, all these drivers he's racing have clean cars, have great working cars. Nugs is the only one right now that has a damaged front wing, still keeping in the fight with all these great drivers. It's Red Bull behind, but the Red Bull behind is now out of DRS. This could be a complete game changer for the V-Carb driver. The V-Carb driver does not have to worry about anybody, and FaZe Tanik has retired from the session and has caused a safety car. Question is, who's going to pit, who's not going to pit? Is Matt going to pit, knowing that he has to pit in a couple laps anyways? Is Damien going to pit? Is every driver going to pit? Matt goes in for the pits, but Damien follows. Matt going really slow to the pits. Damien could definitely gain a lot more time. Polar goes into the pits. Unreal goes into the pits. Polar goes into the pits on hards. Clay stays out. Clay stays out. He's on hards, realizes he does not want to follow everybody else that is on mediums, and he'll take the track position. This could potentially screw up the drivers that did pit, like Matt and Damien. Now, Matt and Damien are going to have to work to pass Clay. Everybody behind Clay is on new tires. Clay is on 7-lap-old hards, almost hitting the safety car like 6 times. Matt now does not have clean air. And this helps Unreal. Unreal had about 7 seconds from Damien and almost 10 seconds from Matt. And now Unreal is right there. And Clay goes to pit. But the problem here is because Clay is pitting, he's going to lose so much track position. Clay pits. But multiple drivers pit. We have Pure Brad pit, and he was on brand new tires. We have B pit, B didn't pit. We have Nugs pit, and he was on brand new tires. Why are people pitting that were on brand new tires? Pure Brad was one of the top 5 tires, and one of the top 5 drivers. He pits, and now he's all the way back down to P10. Nugs was fighting for P4 this entire time. Now he's dead last. B has made multiple overtakes during this safety car. Was a minute down from everybody, and now he's up to P8. Damien right on the back of the Ferrari driver. This could potentially be his only chance to overtake. Thinks about the left, thinks about the right. Goes to the right. And it's going to be to see who pushes, and it looks like he got it. Matt might lose the position as well to the Alpine. The Alpine, though, right on the outside of the Ferrari driver. The Ferrari driver makes contact, hits the gravel, and loses 2 positions in the first couple corners on the first lap after the safety car. What a bad safety car restart. Now, Unreal is on the back of the Ferrari driver. Looks like the closest fight, though, is Unreal. Unreal thinking about going down the inside. Does go down the inside of the Ferrari driver. Our Ferrari driver is forced out, forced in. Can't quite make an overtake. Pushes Unreal wide. And Unreal doesn't take the position. Unreal, though, dives it down the inside. Locks his tires up. Still avoids contact, but can't make the overtake due to lockup. Looks like the Aston Martin and the McLaren behind just got pushed entirely off the track into the gravel. The Ferrari still struggling down to P10. Lauda in the Mercedes right next to multiple cars. Coming up on 2 cars. Makes an overtake on the Red Bull pretty easily, pretty cleanly. Nugs hasn't left the session. Damien. Oh, Polar made an overtake on Damien somehow. Damien is 6/10 down. Unreal, though, still needs to catch. Matt lost his position to the V-Carb and is almost losing the V-Carb. Clay, though, really far behind, but Deke right next to the McLaren driver who locks up. Pure Brad right behind him. And it looks like we have many drivers fighting for one position of P6. We got 6th. Oh, actually, position of P5. We got Clay, we got Deke, we got Pure Brad, we got Lauda, we got Rockstar, all fighting for P5. Damien at 25% battery, really catching the Alpine. The Alpine has no battery to defend. What's Damien going to do? Is he going to go on the inside? He does go down the inside. Can he make the overtake stick? Goes wheel to wheel in 1 corner, in 2 corners. Damien almost hits the gravel, but doesn't quite hit it, and still does not make an overtake stick. Whether it's the tires that have more grip or it's the driver, either way, Polar is making this significantly harder than it has to be for Damien. Unreal, though, catching because of it. Matt definitely not catching Unreal. Clay makes contact with the Alpine driver, almost puts the Alpine driver in the wall. The Alpine driver now has wing damage and is still chasing the McLaren driver. I don't know who was at fault there, but it looks like the Alpine is thinking about going on the inside. Can't quite make it work. It'd be a crazy dive bomb to do so. Hits the grass, has a dirty front left tire, loses a lot of traction on the exit of that corner. Will lose a lot of time as well. Bro, VCarb might just win this championship. Polar trying his absolute hardest, but Damien so much closer this time around. He'll go on the inside, and it might just be a clean, easy overtake. No, Polar is a lot late on the brakes. Races wheel to wheel. Polar goes off the track a little bit, slightly. B is retired from the session and is out and creates a safety car because of it. Polar almost goes off and creates another safety car as well. This is what Polar needs. Will Polar pit now, knowing that he'll end around P5? Okay, the question is, does Polar dive into the pits? Polar does go into this. Damien makes an overtake by cutting the track. Okay, Matt leading the Grand Prix once again, but is on significantly older tires than everybody else. He decided to not take the track position, which at this point, knowing that Unreal had to pit and was going to get screwed because of the double stack, Matt would almost just pit anyways, because at least he knows he won't have to worry about the other V-carb, right? But Matt didn't pit, so Matt might have screwed himself, but that is fine. Either way, Matt is P1, but every driver is on the back of him. He does not have the grip like the other drivers. He might just be screwed here and be forced to let the overtake happen from Damien, and might just have to let the overtake happen from Polar as well. Polar had a way better entrance and a way better exit than the Ferrari driver. Ferrari driver out of DRS range now, and Polar makes an overtake. Both drivers make an overtake. 3 wide into turn 1. Matt pushes the V-carb off the track slightly, taps him, and loses the position to the Alpine driver, but gains it right back. Polar P3, Matt P2, Unreal P4, and looks like Polar going for an overtake. I think Unreal is also going to get this overtake. Matt tries to defend, realizes he can't, and loses 2 positions in one straight. Unreal has lost his front wing, has tapped the back of the Alpine driver, and broke the left side of his front wing. 1.8 seconds. Now Unreal is right on the back of him. Yes, he has a damaged front wing, but I don't think that matters. He's going to have DRS, and he has a lot of ERS. I think Unreal is going to make a clean overtake. Unreal locks up, though, forces Polar wide. I can't tell if Polar kept tires on the track, but it does not matter because Unreal takes the overtake. Matt, though, right behind watching this all happen, knows his tires are not nearly as good as everybody else's. But if he can sit back, relax, wait for these drivers to make a mistake, he could potentially take home a podium, if not a P2 position. Damien, P1. Got P1 in the first Grand Prix. Struggled a lot in Japan. Took home like P9. However, he is on pace to win in 6th position. Rockstar right behind, but Rockstar's also racing wheel to wheel with a Red Bull. Looks like the Aston Martin goes off track, almost takes out the Ferrari, but doesn't quite do it, and the Ferrari makes the overtake and gets DRS as well, solidifying the overtake into turn 1. Polar will get DRS as well, and he's right on the back of Unreal. This might just be an easy overtake. Unreal goes halfway off the track, takes a risky overtake, but might make it stick. Who's going to be later on the brakes? Unreal locks up, goes off the track entirely. I don't even know where Unreal is. Unreal comes back on the track. Does not come back on the track illegally, I don't think, and does not come back on the track gaining a position. Unreal now P3, lost a position to Polar, but Matt, because of that, is right on the back of them. Track, but Rockstar, close to the end at the end of the Grand Prix, makes an overtake on Matt due to Matt's mistake. Matt now going to be under pressure from the Alpine behind him, a purebred. Rockstar up to P4. Unreal chasing for P2. Damien looks like he's set to win this Grand Prix. A big haul in points for him. He's down by quite a bit of points because he pretty much got, well, he got like 2 points last Grand Prix. 25 points will be awarded to the V-Carb driver, but Polar and Unreal's race is not over. Damien with 1 corner left to go, 1 straight left to go, celebrating. He's won round 3 of the ERS Championship here in Spa. What a great drive from him, fighting for P1 almost to the very end. Polar, though, takes home P2. Unreal, as of right now, P3, might have cut the track. We'll review it later. Matt goes to P4 after losing it out at the very end on the last lap to Rockstar.